Okay guys, here is another video reviewing SOHCAHTOA. Solving for a side in right triangles. Again, you could, if you don't find this on the assignment page, just search it up in Khan Academy, it'll pop up for you. So again, here's the title, Solve for a side in right triangles. Okay, let's get started. So, this time, as you can see right here, they want us to find missing side AC. I'm going to call it little x. You also could just call it AC. Okay? But anyways, step one, we mark our angle. Notice they gave us the angle 35 degrees. Step two, we label our sides. Notice how the missing x is opposite of the 35 degree angle. Notice that the 5 here is the hypotenuse. Now, we don't care this time about the adjacent side there, guys, because we're just trying to find the opposite, and we know the hypotenuse. So, the question is, what uses opposite hypotenuse? Well, that's where some old hippie caught another hippie tripping over apples comes into play. Because opposite hypotenuse, as you can see, is sine. So I know that the sine of 35 degrees is the opposite x over the hypotenuse. Now guys, look at our equation right here. Do you agree we can solve it if I multiply both sides by 5? So x, therefore, with the 5 canceled out, equals 5 times the sine of 35 degrees. So, let's go to our calculator. 5 times sine 35. Here's my answer. They told us to round off to the nearest 100. Always watch those directions, guys. Which means I'm going to right there. So the 7 means I round this 6 up to a 7. So my answer, guys, would be 2.87. Here's 100th. Okay, so we just reviewed sine again. Sine is opposite hypotenuse. Okay, let's see what the next one is. This time they want AC, which is down here. Let's start by labeling our angle. Bam, we know we have a 25 degree angle. Next, label our sides. Notice x is opposite, guys. Notice the 5 this time is adjacent. See how it's next to? This right here, guys, is the hypotenuse, which in this case we don't care about because we have the adjacent and we need the opposite. So, according to some old hippie caught another hippie tripping over apples, we know that cosine is adjacent hypotenuse. Oops, picked the wrong one. That was what you call a brain fart. We know tangent is opposite adjacent. We do not have the hypotenuse, right, guys? We have the opposite, or we want the opposite, and we have the adjacent. So OA is tangent. So we know that the tangent of the 25 degree angle has to be the opposite, which is x, over the adjacent, which is 5. Does everyone agree? I can now times both sides by 5. The 5 there, divide 5 cancels out. So x is going to equal this. 5 times the tangent of 25 degrees. All right, let's go to our calculator. 5 times tangent 25 is this. Again, they want the nearest 100th. So we're going to right there. 2.33. So guys, this one has an answer of 2.33. Okay, let's at least do one or two more, right? Now guys, this is something I am myself frustrated with. Khan Academy has glitches in it. I think it's because so many people are using it, quite frankly. But it also could be my Wi-Fi is getting all interrupted with several other kids in my house using Xboxes and stuff. But anyways, what's missing is a picture, right? So I had, of course, click the recycle button near the top left of your screen, right? You guys know where the refresh or recycle button is, right? And so finally I got the picture I wanted. You have to do that. Sometimes it'll backtrack you to the last problem you did. You just re-answer it and you move on. And I'll tell you guys, it can be frustrating too. But guys, the whole point is you have all day, you have all time to do this, right? We still have almost a month left together. There's no sense getting frustrated over a little glitch or two in a program. But Khan Academy overall is a pretty decent program. It's the best, really, that's available out there, especially that's free. But anyways, let's continue on. So they want AC again. Notice AC is down here. Let's start by labeling our sides. Our angles, sorry. I know our angle is 35 degrees. Now we'll label our sides. Notice the 3 is opposite of the 35. Notice the X is adjacent to 35. Okay. So opposite adjacent, huh? Well, according to some old hippie, caught another hippie tripping over apples, this time we have opposite adjacent. Now guys, watch carefully because this one has that little trick to it. Okay? Do you guys agree? We know that the tangent of 35 degrees equals the opposite is 3. The missing side, X, is the adjacent side. See how this is upside down? So what are we going to do? What you're going to do, guys, is when it's backwards, just switch these two. In other words, I'm going to put X here and the tangent 35 there. X is just simply 3 over the tangent of 35 degrees. 3 divided by tangent 35 degrees. Now, if you don't like that little trick, guys, just remember you could put a 1 here and cross multiply and solve it that way. But I'm going to go straight to the shortcut because I know it. Anyways, so we have to do 3 divided by tangent 35. So here we go. 3 divide tangent 35. Here's our answer. The nearest hundredth means 4.28. So guys, 4.28. All right, let's see if there's another one. Oh, look. It messed up on me again. Guess what? I'm going to refresh it. Again, you may end up getting backed up one problem. Just put in the answer again and move on. So on this one, I had to do it twice. And I wanted to show that to you so you know you're not the only one getting problems with this, okay? But anyways, this should be the last one, guys. First of all, we're trying to find AB here. Hopefully you notice the question mark there. Let's label our angle here. Here's our 20-degree angle. Notice the 3 is opposite. Notice the X is the hypotenuse. Okay? So, according to some old hippie, caught another hippie tripping over apples, we have sine, opposite, hypotenuse. So, the sine of 20 degrees equals the opposite over the hypotenuse. See how it's upside down? What am I going to do? I'm just going to switch these when it's upside down. So X equals 3 over the sine of 20. In other words, I'm going to do 3 divided by sine 20. Here we go. 3 divide sine 20 is this. We're going to round off to the nearest hundredth. 8.77. 8.77. Okay, guys, so hopefully you're doing this. You're dealing with the glitches. You're getting credit for me at the same time. I just remind you in this video, sometimes you have to switch things around when it's upside down. Sine is opposite hypotenuse. Tangent is opposite adjacent. And we did another side. We didn't even do a cosine this time, did we? That happens. So guys, please practice, get credit, learn your SOHCAHTOA. See you around.